What is going on, Rams fans? I'm just popping in here. We are about to start the NFC West Roundtable here in about 20 minutes or so. Just wanted to hop on here and just have a little bit of a conversation with you Rams fans before we get over there. But what we will be doing is, of course, sending everybody to the NFC West Roundtable, which is actually going to be on the CG Ruthless Sports Channel tonight. It's unfortunate that we are going to be on a 49ers channel for this one tonight, but you know what can you do about it? I guess it's we have our different rotations. I hosted last week, so this week we are on the CG Ruthless Sports Channel to talk about this NFC Championship game. We will kind of dive into the divisional round games. Of course, we had some incredible games in the divisional round. I will also get into that on this week's episode of Ram Showcase that will be out Thursday morning. But initially, I wanted to have just a little bit of a conversation with you guys. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, feel free to drop them. I'm not going to be here too long before heading over to the NFC West Roundtable to talk to CG, who is, of course, our resident 49ers fan. And we will definitely be talking about this NFC Championship game. So it's going to be some good stuff. We got some CG, I think he was the only one to actually select the 49ers last week. So he was the only one that got it right. But three of our panel members, including myself, did pick the LA Rams to defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So of course we had some wild games. I had a hard time picking my games this last week. I went 6-0 in the wild card round and 2-2 actually in the divisional round. So definitely not as good. But again, guys, NFC West Roundtable will be starting here in about a little under 20 minutes on the CG Ruthless Sports Channel. It is in my comment section as well as the description below. That's where the most magic is going to happen. But I will be taking some questions here for a little bit. Scott, welcome in, man. Stephist, welcome. What's up? Mark, one of our Cardinals fans, actually, who is one of the respectable ones, man. I can't say that is 100%, but I would say it's close to 99% of the respectable Cardinals fans that we've run into. And actually, I think it was only last week that was the first time that we saw somebody that was a little bit bitter and maybe just a little too far in the comment section. We had to actually block somebody in the comment section, which is I don't think we've actually done that this season, so that's too bad. But what's going on, Mark? Welcome in. We're just doing a little bit of a pre-game here. It's actually on the CG channel, CG's channel tonight. So it's unfortunate, man. We got our game preview on the friggin' 49ers, man, on the 49ers channel. How did that work out, man? How did that work out? But NFC Best Conference Championship. That is absolutely perfect, man. And that's like I'm talking about that on Ram Showcase this week. Is last week I was talking about 25% of the remaining teams were representatives of the NFC West. Now we're down to 50%, and that is going to continue into next week. We will stay at 50% for these final two games. So we will be represented in the NFC Championship game as NFC West fans. So that is something. And I'm going into it in my entire show in the full podcast of Ram Showcase this week. But as cool as it would be to have the Rams play in the Super Bowl at home, it would be a lot the opposite cool, further cool, not cool. You know what I mean? Like if neutral is here, it's this cool for the Rams to play the Super Bowl at home, but it's this not cool for the 49ers to play a Super Bowl in our home. You know what I mean? So I have a whole segment written up on it that we'll get into this week on Ram Showcase. Thursday morning is the release for that, guys. Hopefully we get one more game preview after this one, though, because it's I like doing them. I like doing them a lot. All right, so Javier says the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. You hate to say it, but I love to hear it, man. It's hard to explain my confidence, and I definitely fully understand and respect and agree that the 49ers do deserve to be here. They've done one heck of a job, especially in the postseason. But a couple plays, man, a couple plays go their way, it seems, every game. You have like a terrible play call at the end of the game against Dallas. That helps the 49ers advance. You have the blocked field goal, blocked punt against Green Bay. That helps them advance there. So I don't know, man. No offensive touchdowns. Jimmy G has not played well in the playoffs. So there is a certain level of confidence, and I don't know. I have like a calm trust, I guess, in this LA Rams team right now. I'm definitely excited for the game. Obviously, I'm pumped for it and stuff, but I'm not sitting here like nervous. I'm not antsy, anything like that. It's like I want to see a good game. I want to see some good football, like I always do. But at the same time, man, I really do trust this Rams team. I trust them right now, much more than I would trust the 49ers if I was a 49ers fan. And I realized that when I'm sitting in front of this stuff with this shirt on and all this, and like if I do a Rams podcast like that's it's hard for. I'm sure it's hard for me to sound sincere saying that stuff, but honestly, I feel better about the Rams in this game. I really do. It's like going, if you look at the AFC Championship game, yeah, the Bengals have had one heck of a playoff run, but it ends in Kansas City, right? Like that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? Like I kind of feel the same exact way. I feel like it's a Rams Chiefs Super Bowl. I really do. Got a couple comments coming in here. Scott says he feels good about this game. 38-20 Rams. I'm going with a 10-point dub, man. I'll give my official score prediction on the NFC West Roundtable, which I will keep posting periodically into the comment section down here. But that's exactly where we're going to be. I'll only be here for a couple more minutes, guys, and then I'll bounce over there. We always do like a little bit of a pre-production meeting, something like that, so we can figure out what the heck we're doing, and we'll hop into it. But CG is hosting this week. So if it is, I think we're going to go ahead and just agree that whoever wins this game will host next week as well. And even if we actually do it next week, we might shoot for just Tuesday before the Super Bowl. So I've already got big plans that week, so it's going to be a pretty snug fit, especially if the Rams win this game. It'll be even tighter. Stephist says, as a Rams fan, I'm worried about Sunday, but I'm usually worried until the day of the game. I don't know if that's the same for you. I'm just excited for the game itself. I'm not nervous. I trust this team right now. I'm feeling good. I really am. I'm feeling awesome. Stafford, OBJ, and Donald deserve rings. I could not agree more with that. Donald for sure. I would put Donald at the very top of that list. That man is absolutely deserving of a ring. So hopefully we can get it to him, man. And I don't know. We've already we're in the NFC Championship game. It's fun to be here, man. You know, I'm not saying that we're gonna lose anything like that, but it's just fun. It's fun to be this far. You know what I mean? Like usually for Rams fans, I know it's been different since McVay has shown up, and it's been a while now. So we are kind of getting more used to being a solid team that is ready for the playoffs and stuff. But there is those feelings about the. Thinking before it, thinking what the Jeff Fisher days were like. And before that, the string of terrible coaches, Spagnuolo, Linehan, you know what I mean? The whole string of them. And so I don't know. I'm just happy to be here, man. Honestly, I feel good. I feel happy. I'm stoked to be, stoked to still be in the conversation. We're in the final 4 teams in the NFL right now. That's fun. That's really cool stuff. And as a person who has a podcast, I will not complain about the ratings that I've been having. I think last week was my second highest rated podcast ever. And hopefully that continues, you know what I mean? So just got to keep on working and stuff like that. And it makes it easy when the team that you're covering is good, because Ram Showcase definitely for a while covered a bad team. So this is a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun going into the playoffs and doing game previews and stuff like that than you're in week 13, 14. You're yeah, it's probably not going to end well, but yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be fun stuff, man. I'm really, really excited for this game. I'm just, maybe I'm the jerk. Maybe I'm overly confident, something like that. Who's to say, but either way, I'm feeling good about this team right now. I trust this Rams team. That's the best way that I can put it, is I trust this team. I trust this team to not only want to do it for themselves, to play a Super Bowl in their own home stadium, but I also trust this team to know that they are the only team standing in the way of their biggest rival playing a Super Bowl in our home stadium. So I feel good about that. I feel good that the Rams will at least be up for this one. And let's not forget that in week 18, the Rams jumped out 17-0 on this team and then let up, got soft, and then let them back into the game. 2 different times the Rams let them back into the game by playing poor defense. So a lot of pressure on Raheem Morris in this one. I would say officially there's more pressure on Raheem Morris than guys like Stafford. I feel like that has shifted now. Stafford has now made it to an NFC Championship game in his first season as the Rams quarterback. And I mean, what else could we have asked for? Like, because if he makes it to the NFC Championship game this year and then say within the next 5 he wins a Super Bowl, I mean, no one's going to look back and be like, well, yeah, but he didn't do it his first year. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Mr. Vetty says 1889 NFC Championship / Week 18 revenge game. Yeah, let's also not forget that game went into overtime. It was extremely close, and the game ended on Stafford getting hit in the pocket and throwing an interception. So it was right there. And these 49ers fans, I think, are too confident, especially considering the way their last 2 games went, where they were very close games where things had to kind of fall their way for them to pull out wins. Both of their playoff wins have been that way. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm feeling good, though. Peo and Rams house in the house. What's going on, gents? Stafford proves that he's ready for the spotlight and ready in those big moments. Absolutely. I think he absolutely proved that he can handle that. The last drive, that throw to Cup. I mean, and people say it's like, well, he was wide open. That's an easy pass. Ask Jimmy Garoppolo if a wide open guy is an easy pass. Hint, hint, Super Bowl Emmanuel Sanders in a severe overthrow. So, no, those aren't necessarily easy throws, especially in that kind of situation where you know you have to hit it. You know what I mean? So it was a blown coverage, but, yeah, I mean, you still have to hit it, and it was a hell of a play. That's every time we played the Bucs in the playoffs, we have, like, that one catch that you're like, you've got to be kidding. Like, that's a historical Rams play. And that pass to Cup is a play that Rams fans are going to see for many, many years. Peo has a question. If you could have the Rams read one book over the offseason, what book would you have them read? Peo, I'm going to actually have you defer that one to Fan Quesos. I'm going to need to think on that. So I will also comment that on my Fan Quesos post tomorrow, and then I will have to think on that. I've got this one. Game of My Life, Rams by Jay Paris. This is actually awesome, man. They reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to interview him, and then they sent me his book. So it's pretty sweet. Unfortunate, though, like 2 days or 1 day before I actually did the interview, Dick Enberg actually passed away. So while that's a cool thing to have and be able to have that conversation, I even had to ask Jay, like, hey, by the way, do you want me to avoid this? You know, so it's kind of interesting. Who won the prediction from this game? Well, Mike picked the Bucs, and CG was the only one that picked the Niners. So everybody was 50%. Peo says, is there one player on the Rams you think you could tackle? You know what? I'm going to say John Wolford. I think I think I could get him, man. I really did. Like, he could probably. I said maybe, then probably. He could juke me, okay? I don't want to pretend like I'm an athlete or anything, okay? But I think I could try. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. All right, guys. What I'm going to go ahead and do is a Tutu Atwell. Okay, yeah, I'm going to change my answer to that. I think I could absolutely tackle Tutu, man. Tutu gets blown over by a stiff gust of wind, you know what I mean? Like, I could pop him, you know. Where you at, Tutu? Let's do this, man. Tutu train. Why don't you come out to Fountain, man? Say what's up. All right. The Wolf? Dude, you don't think I could take down the Wolf, man? He ain't that big. Who else? Tutu for sure. 100%. Like, if I could catch him, I could absolutely tackle him. He's way faster than me, but he goes down easy. So I think I could take down Tutu, but that's maybe it. Like, somebody said Matt Gay. I think Matt Gay might be harder to tackle than the Wolf. Definitely harder to tackle than Tutu. Chris, man, don't tell me that, man. You're going to make me blow all my money right now. And fly out to LA, dude. The place is going to need more blue. All right, guys, we are heading over to the I'm going to run out of time here. We are going to head over to the NFC West Roundtable. It is on the CG Ruthless Sports Channel. I've left it in the comments a couple of times. I have left it in the description below. I've posted it on my community tab. It's on Twitter at Sheriff Joe Bags. Go find it, guys. let's show these 49ers fans that Rams fans can show up pretty big too. All right, guys, I'll see you over there. We are headed that way right now. We start in like a couple of minutes, actually. I'm probably running